Welcome to the show that takes up no more than 5 minutes of your time, but could help you gain massive real estate knowledge. It's 5 Minutes in Real Estate with best-selling author Shane Willis.
Hey, good morning. This is Shane Willis, the Pensacola real estate expert, coming to you from Tennessee, Knoxville, Tennessee. For those of you who heard last week, I'm actually here heading to set in a few hours, shooting a show for Amazon. Some people know, some people don't. Some of our first-time listeners don't know that one of the things I always enjoy doing is I'm in television and film. Been in a couple of films that have won some awards, been in a couple of TV shows. Something I enjoy doing. So we're here this week doing that while the team is taking care of stuff back home. Needless to say, I still get up early, got the run in this morning, and got my normal reports so I can attempt to try and continue the podcast and some of the other things from here. The run this morning was, we're just going to call it challenging. I'm not a gazelle by any means, and I found out Tennessee has these little thing called hills, like real hills, not, the hill that I'm used to next to Ransom Middle School. That would be one hill. This is like, us Floridians would call these mountains, but I know it's just hills. It makes the runs challenging. Anyways, you guys did not tune in to listen to my run statics. You're wanting to find out what's going on right now and why I say we're going to talk about a tale of two stories. I just got a report that said 56% of the counties in the United States, it is cheaper to buy than to rent. It's cheaper to buy than to rent. So let's look at that from two different tales. One, if you are renting and it's time to renew your lease, we may want to discuss the possibility of buying. If, with the historic interest rates being low, inventory is still tight, that means prices are going to rise. So do I see that going to continue in Escambia and Santa Rosa County and even Baldwin? We're going to start to hit a flat line soon. But if you can, as a renter, wind up making your payments pretty stable as opposed to the rising rents, well, then we may want to talk about it. Here's the other part of the statistic that came from this report. It said 60% of the rents are raised this year, and they're raised faster than normal. So I go back to my, if you're a renter, you may be looking at going up, or if in order to keep the same price, you may have to move to something smaller, not as nice, and it's just the marketplace. I've got a tenant right now that really wants to stay, but after 3 years of not raising rent, he's now paying $150 under market per month, and so I told him I had to go up $50, and he said he just can't afford it. So they're moving out, and I get it. I understand that as a landlord, I can't continue to underprice the market time and time again. So that's the other side of this story. If you're looking for investments, and we're seeing that rents are going to continue to go up, why not looking at adding real estate as part of a portfolio? Whether that portfolio is inside of your IRA or not. Yes, that's right. Some people do not know you can buy real estate inside of a retirement account. There's some steps to do it, and I'll put a link in the show notes, to the long podcast that I did recording with my buddy out in California who helps people get self-directed IRAs so you can buy real estate. Bottom line, rents are going to continue to rise this year. Interest rates are still pretty low. That's going to change. And with inventory continuing to tighten, we're going to see prices rise. If you're a renter, you seriously should consider becoming a buyer. If you're an investor, you seriously should consider locking something up fairly quickly. All right, that's all I got for you today. As always, if you are not getting the emails with the tips, tricks from these podcasts, get over to 5minutesinrealestate.com. That's 5minutesinrealestate.com, so you can get tips, tricks, maps, links that I talk about in the podcast. Also, if you have not gotten over to iTunes or Google Play, whichever one you are enjoying this show on, please head over there. You can find us at both. Hit subscribe. I'd love a thumbs up and a comment. And finally, as always, if you found any value in this or any of the other episodes, I ask that you share on my social media. I gotta head to set now. We'll talk to you later.